right, good evening, friends. So, go ahead and put your date on your paper and your title. Tonight we're talking about multi-step word problems. Those are going to be word problems that contain more than one step. Go ahead and write your learning goal down. Tonight's learning goal is I can use strategies to solve word problems that contain more than one step. I will organize and label information when solving word problems. Pause your video and press play when you're ready to begin again. Okay, to start with, we're going to be using this word problem. Terry buys candy for $3 and a soda for $1. She pays with a $5 bill. How much change will she receive from the cashier? I would like for you to go ahead and copy this word problem down in your notebook, so pause your video until you have it copied down and then press play when you're ready to begin again. Okay, so the first thing that we do when we're solving word problems is that we go in and we find the information that's important or the information that we need to pull out so that we can solve this word problem. Well, the first things that I see is that Terry buys candy for $3. So she buys candy for $3. Next, I see that she buys a soda for $1. So she also, and when I also do something, I'm adding it, she also buys a soda for $1. So I know that altogether she has spent $4 on her snack. But that is not the end of my problem. I have to continue going through. She pays with a $5 bill. How much change will she receive from the cashier? So this question is asking me, if she gives the cashier $5 for the $4 that she spent, how much will she get back? Well, I have to take the $5 that she gave the cashier and take away the $4 that she spent to understand that she will get $1 back from the cashier. This is a multi-step word problem because I first had to figure out how much money she spent total, and then I had to take and plug that information into the next piece that they gave me, which was $5, take away the $4 that she spent to understand that she got $1 back. Go ahead and pause your video here to make sure that you've got that copied down, and then we're going to talk about some reasons that we might get confused when we're solving multi-step word problems. Press play when you're ready to begin again. A common mistake that students make is not reading carefully, and I cannot say it enough. Slow down and read carefully. I think that it's really important to go back and circle important numbers in your questions and underline important information and to pull that information out to help you to better understand. Sometimes these strategies take a little bit longer, but that is okay. If it helps us to get the problem right, the strategies, taking the time to do our work, all of that is okay. So one of the common mistakes is not reading carefully. When we don't read carefully, sometimes we miss what the question is asking us. So below, I have written this question a little bit differently in a way that someone who maybe wasn't reading carefully might have understood the problem. So here I have, Terry buys candy for $3 and soda for $1. She pays with a $5 bill. How much did her purchase cost altogether? Well, someone who's not reading carefully is going to see $3 and $1 and $5. And they're going to say, then they also see this word all together. And they say, oh, all together is an addition word. So all I'm going to do, Miss Pickle, is say, oh, $3 plus $1 plus $5 And that's easy peasy $9. But that's not the answer, nor is it what my question is asking me. So we really have to slow down and break this problem apart. Yes, all of those were dollar amounts, but I didn't spend $5 on anything. So I have to be really careful when I'm going back through these problems and making sure that my answers make sense. Go ahead and pause your video here. Make sure you know that this is not the right answer. We did not slow down enough to make sense of this problem. Pause your video and press play when you're ready to begin again. Okay, so we are going to use this practice problem. It says May's mom gave her $85. She bought a dress for $25, a shirt for $15, and a hat for $9. How much does she have left to spend? Pause your video here so that you can take a minute to write that practice problem down. Press play when you're ready to begin again. Okay, so the first thing that we need to go in and do is pull out our important information. Well, the first thing that I see is that May's mom gave her $85. That's important. She started with $85. So I'm going to go ahead and jot that down as a note for myself. Starts with $85. She bought a dress for $25. And I know that word bought tells me that I'm spending money. So she bought a dress for $25, she bought a shirt for $15, and she bought a hat for $9. So she has spent $25, $15, and $9. I'm also going to write that as a note. Spends $25, $15, and $9. The next thing I need to do is figure out what my question is asking me. Here I see it says, how much does she have left to spend? They don't want to know how much she has already spent. They want to know how much she has left to spend. So I write down my question, how much is left? And we always need to practice turning our question into a statement. So, May has blank dollars left to spend. And we're going to work on filling in this blank. So, the first thing that I need to do, I know I need to figure out how much she has already spent. Well, I know that she has spent $25, $15, and $9. So, 25 plus 15 plus 9. 5 plus 5 plus 9 is 19. Put your 9, carry your 1. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. She has already spent $49. But that is not what I'm looking for, so I'm not done yet. I need to use the amount she was given, which was $85, and take away how much she spent. So I plug that in over here. Started with 85, spent 49, and I subtract. 5 minus 9, I can't do it, so I borrowed. 15 minus 9 is 6. 7 minus 4 is 3. She has $36 left to spend. $36 left to spend. If I had not been reading this carefully, and I got 49 and saw that 49 was an answer choice, I am likely to select that answer. But I had to read carefully and realize that I had one more step to do. I can promise you that they are almost always going to give you the one step or the first step answer as a choice. So you really have to be careful and read carefully and make sure that you are answering the question in which they are asking you. In this situation, they wanted to know how much she had left, which was $36. Pause your video here. Go ahead and get all of that copied down. This is the end of the video. Have a great night, and we will continue to practice these tomorrow.